Viewers, winter after winter, it's the same story in the national capital. Delhi finds itself in the strangled hold of toxic air, and residents are forced to breathe this noxious air. The situation is so bad that many health experts are advising people to leave Delhi for a while if they can afford to. The fact is, most of us can't. We have to put up with this poisonous air, even though we risk facing severe health complications. The average AQI in Delhi yesterday was 461, the second worst air day in the month of December in the last 8 years. Let's quickly take a look at what we're talking about in terms of what the numbers have been and where really the 461 really stacks up. It was, of course, on December 14th, there was 461. In last year, in December 19th, was 451. On December 23rd, in 2023, was 450. The worst since, of course, December 21st in 2017, when it was 469. And just look at the numbers. They're all above 400 in the month of December. Nowhere does this number dip anywhere. For the last 8 years, Delhi, therefore, has been seeing extremely poor numbers when it comes to the AQI. Why then have successive governments failed to do anything about it, whether at the state level or at the central level? It's a question that has to be asked, because due to winter fog and toxic smog, Delhi has also seen a drop in visibility affecting air travel. Flights of politicians and high-profile guests were also affected. And what are we talking about? We've seen, of course, the Prime Minister's flight to Jordan being delayed, Messi's flight to Delhi being delayed, the BJP working president's flight to Delhi also being delayed. But the flight delays are perhaps not the reason that we are debating this. Because from Supreme Courts to schools to government offices, new measures have been imposed, keeping in view the worsening air quality. What's happening in Delhi? We'll tell you. In Supreme Court, the Chief Justice has advised that there should be hybrid hearings, whereas coming to court will not therefore be necessary. In schools, we have seen pre-nursery to class 5 online classes, class 6 to 9 and class 11 hybrid mode. This is what government offices are also doing, because 50% of their staff are to work from home. Let's quickly get in a sense of how Delhiites feel about this issue. Kritika is with us for more on this. Kritika, I believe you have some angry residents of Delhi. What do they have to say about the kind of measures? Because we're even seeing measures such as shutting down tandoors in restaurants. Is that really what the people of Delhi want? Or do they want to see more specific action to target this pollution? Kritika.
Right, Madhav. In fact, you were talking about high-profile guests. We have fans also of the said high-profile guest who was in Delhi today. We had flight delays of Messi's. Also a very messed up day for Messi to also be in Delhi, what with the AQI being in severe plus category. You're both young. We keep hearing about how the lifespan is also reducing. What are your thoughts on pollution, and do you think the government is doing enough?
If the government was doing enough, you wouldn't be asking this question, actually. And talking about the Messi flight, he was supposed to be here by 3 o'clock. His flight was delayed by 1.5 hours because of fog. They gave the reason as fog, that he's not coming. And
how long have you been out in Delhi?
I've been out for 2.5, 3 months. And
2.5, 3 months. This is also coinciding with the time when Delhi sees its worst air. Are you seeing any personal effects on you, on your family members, on your friends around?
Yeah, I went out for a run recently, 2-3 weeks back, early morning, and I had black sputum coming out.
Black sputum coming.
It's supposed to be green, but it was black. So pollution is really taking a toll on people.
Did you have to consult with doctors, medication?
No, I didn't take any medications, but I was at home. I preferred to stay indoors for the next week.
You're also, as a football fan, in this weather, you're preferring to stay indoors. That's the condition. Tell me about you. How long have you been also suffering because of the pollution?
So I've been in Delhi for more than 5 years now, and obviously pollution has been increasing every year. This year it's been nothing different. Obviously, as a Messi fan, I'm quite happy he was here, and we could also see him had to wait for a very long time, probably because of pollution only, because his flight was delayed. But yeah, I think people need to step up. The government, everybody needs to step up in terms of taking the right kind of measures, because this is really taking a toll on everybody's health. Like he mentioned, touch wood, I've not personally experienced something very serious, but I know my friends who've actually gone through.
Okay, so those are some of the citizens, the young citizens of Delhi with Kritika, who are explaining to her what their expectations from the netas are. But what has happened when this issue resonated in Parliament? Let's also tell you, because the opposition here has demanded an urgent debate on the issue of pollution.
बहुत ज़्यादा हद से ज़्यादा खराब हो गया है और हम लोगों को डिस्कस करना चाहिए। मैं आज जो डिस्कशन का परमिशन भी मतलब का वो लगाऊंगी नोटिस।
अरे एयर पोल्यूशन 2019 में भी मैंने 193 फाइल की थी और लोकसभा में बहस शुरू की थी। पिछले 6 साल में प्रदूषण में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा है और खराब हो गई है। लोगों का सांस लेना मुश्किल हो रहा है। पार्लियामेंट को, संसद को सारे काम छोड़ के प्राथमिकता पे इस पे बहस करनी चाहिए।
तो मैं समझता हूँ कि सरकार को उस पे बहुत ज्यादा टेक्निकल ना होकर बिजनेस एडवाइजरी कमेटी में भी ये बातें आई थी, उनके इस पे चर्चा करनी चाहिए और निश्चित रूप से लोग एक स्वस्थ वातावरण में रहे, क्योंकि बहुत सारे डिजीजेज भी हो रहे हैं। तो सरकार को इस प्रायोरिटी में लेना चाहिए और मैंने कहा टेक्निकल एंगल नहीं, चर्चा करें, जनता हमारे लिए प्रायोरिटी है।
Well, I'm glad the Prime Minister has the luxury of leaving this polluted city, and my leader Rahul Gandhi asked everybody, exhorted everybody to rise above political consideration. We are very happy that the Prime Minister has gone to cleaner environment.
पॉल्यूशन को दूर करने के लिए जो फर्स्ट स्टेज में काम नजर आ रहे थे, वाटर स्प्रिंकलर्स होने चाहिए, MRS मशीन होनी चाहिए ताकि रोड क्लीनिंग में धूल ना उठे, ये सब दिल्ली सरकार ने टाइम रहते किया। लेकिन फिर भी आज दिल्ली का पॉल्यूशन का जो लेवल है वो बढ़ा हुआ है। इसके लिए एक डीप स्टडी कराई जा रही है।
Well, the Supreme Court is all set to hear the matter on the 17th of December. And when the issue was brought up before the Chief Justice of India today, he assured that the top court will pass effective orders, noting that it's the poor people who face the brunt when restrictions are imposed to combat the crisis. However, the Supreme Court's August 12th order on the end-of-life vehicles is also back in focus. The CAQM, or the Center for Air Quality Management, has urged the top court to review its order. Times Now has accessed that report by the CAQM, and here's what it says. The CAQM has cited the August 12th order saying that no coercive steps against owners of 10 and 15-year-old vehicles in Delhi. The CAQM has sought a review of the Supreme Court order saying that BS3 and below vehicles should be kept out of the purview of the August 12th order. So here are some of the big questions that we are asking this evening. As the toxic air engulfs Delhi every winter, why is there no concerted year-long plan by all authorities? It boggles the mind. Why does everybody go to sleep after winter? Why can there be no action throughout summer to ensure that we don't have to face this situation every winter? Can Delhi's triple engine government, the much touted about triple engine government from the center to the state to the MCDs, can they escape accountability for this? Delhi and its neighbors are all ruled by BJP. We're talking about the entire NCR region, not just Delhi. There is Rajasthan, there is Uttar Pradesh, and there is Haryana. Yet there is no long-term plan in sight by any of these state authorities or any coordination work happening for a long-term plan to bring down pollution. Why? Why have we failed to effectively put an end to stubble burning? Why is it still an issue? Several years since efforts have been made to reduce stubble burning. It might have come down comparatively, but it has to end. Who is going to answer for the severe health complications that kids and the elderly face? Delhi's air in the severe plus category. However, the state government's tandoor ban order, is that really enough? And is it too little too late is a question we're asking. Taking this across to our guest now, Niyoma Gupta, spokesperson of the BJP. Also with us is Namit Saxena, advocate on record. Kanak Gupta, co-founder of My Right to Breathe. Ashutosh Mishra is the senior journalist joining us. Siddharth Sharma, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Niyoma Gupta, you have the rather unenviable task of trying to defend the Delhi government today. And the fact is, you may list out all that the Delhi government has done over the last few months. The proof of the pudding is in its eating. Yesterday was the worst air quality day in 8 years. If the government has done so much work, why is the air so polluted? Please tell us.
Good evening, Madhav sir. So the Delhi AQI has shot up, and this is a cause of concern for all of us, citizens, government, everyone. And let there be no two opinions on that. Good air is most certainly the responsibility of the government, and we will do everything to improve it. However, we must also be fair and inform the people that the spike is not due to government inaction or negligence. Sometimes there are factors beyond our control, and this was one such thing. On Saturday, the IMD issued the alert for a western disturbance persisting over North Pakistan. As a result, there's been a sharp reduction in the wind speed, creating a perfect condition for smog and fog by trapping all the pollutants close to the surface and prevent them from scattering. Okay?
Niyoma Gupta, let me stop you right here. These are not happening for the first time. These weather anomalies will continue to happen. And the very fact that you've used the word trapping means that all those pollutants are emanating from Delhi NCR. What is the government doing to prevent pollution from happening in the first place, madam? Please tell us that.
Okay, so that being said, I'm here to tell you that on behalf of my government, we are fully acknowledging the extraordinary situation with all extraordinary measures. A few days ago, the CAQM had deployed 19 teams for road inspection drives, following like geotagging, time-stamped photographing of roads were collected on roads which were still found to have dust buildup, and waste cleaning, etc., etc. When it comes to all constructions, demolition activities have been completely banned, including the highways, roads, flyovers, power lines. Out of 240 power lines in NCR, PNG infrastructure is now available in 224, and over 96% of the industries have been shifted to approved fuels under the CAQM. Having said that, when you mentioned about the NCR, there have been measures taken in Haryana. Farm fires have been reduced a lot by 65% decline roughly, and thousands of biomass machines.
Neoma Gupta, let me stop you right there. In fact, I can go on and on. The fact is that, if you expect people to not drive their cars and take public transport, let me inform you, the public transport situation in all of NCR towns, whether we're talking about Gurgaon or Noida, is pathetic. There is virtually no public transport infrastructure apart from a few metro lines here and there and a couple of e-rickshaws. The status of public transport is in the worst possible condition. If you expect people to take that public transport, at least that should be there in the first place. Point number one. And point number two, there is no concerted NCR plan. There is BJP ruling in Rajasthan, in Haryana, UP and Delhi. Tell me the last time that the state governments met and made a concerted plan to reduce pollution.
Okay. So when I was telling you the steps of Haryana, you just cut me off there. When it comes to UP, okay, heavy diesel trucks have been barred from entering the state. Ghaziabad and Noida municipal authorities are conducting regular anti-smog sweeps, which have never happened earlier with such sort of concurrent working. Nighttime checks are ordered for open burning of dry waste. Let me go to Rajasthan. Government has ensured that all brick kilns used, which are improved, the mud kilns and factories comply with fuel norms. Farmers are given green fodder and incentives to keep residue without burning stubble. So please don't come and tell me that we are not making steps.
Madam, the pollution is there for everyone to see. There is a limit to, ma'am, there is a limit. This is called hubris now. You're not even willing to concede the fact that it's 461 the AQI. I mean, you may be doing these things, but that's too little. It is not cutting down the AQI levels. The point is the point, madam, is that people are now quite fed up. Now the only thing left is for people to start leaving Delhi NCR in droves. Is that what you want? The point, and I'm going to bring in the Aam Aadmi Party also on this. Siddharth Sharma, your government failed to do anything for the 10 years that you were in power. A good 7 to 8 years of those 10 years, we have seen these alarming levels of pollution. Now you will blame the central government, you will blame the LG, saying काम करने नहीं दिया, so on and so forth. Punjab में क्या किया sir, बताइए? You kept abusing Captain Amarinder Singh's government when Mr. Kejriwal was in power. What about farm fires? Why are there still stubble burning happening in Punjab? Please tell us, Siddharth Sharma.
Yeah, this is the photograph of today, Punjab, including the entire India photograph. How come when Punjab is not burning fast, Punjab air is in the green while the Delhi air is in the red? This is proof of the pudding, as you very rightly said. And I think one of your Messi fans was very apt when he said that if government would have been doing something, he in fact chuckled at the reporter saying that if the government would have been doing something, you wouldn't have been asking me this question. So basically today, Delhi today is suffocating proof of double engine, triple engine, BJP Sarkar running full speed in reverse gear. BJP gave a slogan of Ab ki baar 400 par. Beware of what you wish for. What if it comes true in spades? Air quality today has crossed that 400 par. Prime Minister, strangely, in Glasgow COP26 promised 1 billion tons of carbon emission cuts. Seems BJP is making sure all
Siddharth Sharma, all these 400 par slogans is over. Nobody wants to hear that anymore. Tell us why Punjab has failed to cut down stubble burning. Tell us, is stubble burning zero? Are there no farm fires in Punjab?
Punjab has cut down 95% or 90%.
Maybe so. Maybe they have cut down a certain, but it's still the most. The maximum number of fires are still in Punjab. Anywhere in India.
I think Mausam, the viewers of Times now.
Let me bring in. Okay, let me bring in Kanak Gupta. Kanak Gupta, Punjab there is no fires. It is zero according to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. And please explain to him why Punjab is very different from the neighboring states, because Delhi is downstream from Punjab when it comes to the flow of winds. I think Mr. Siddharth Sharma is ignoring the basics of the Delhi pollution problem. Kanak Gupta.
So yeah, I think the North Indo-Gangetic Plains everywhere is going to be a lot of pollution throughout the season. Madhavji, I'm going to tell you 5 things that's going to happen. There's going to be absolute lack of political will again. There's going to be no coordination for that. Number 2, there's going to be a lot of optics around pollution. Number 3, there's going to be a lot of reactionary stuff that, our politicians and lawmakers would do. Number 4, there will still be no year-long plan that you also said. And number 5, there will be a lot of excuses as to why the pollution has happened and it's not anyone else's fault. Ultimately, who suffers? You and I will suffer. Ultimately, we will not look at the technical data as to where the wind flow is coming from, where the trapping is happening. The entire North Indo-Gangetic Plain is going to suffer. Delhi is going to get the highlight because being the capital city, obviously that is going to happen. But we will not have any solution to this. Clean air is not a lifestyle choice. It should be a right that we should have. But unfortunately, we've made it a lifestyle choice for a lot of people who can afford to leave places such as Delhi NCR and go places where there might be clean air. Now that Messi is in New Delhi, I was hoping that he would not come here. I was hoping that responsible sports would be practiced and we would not make a mockery of that situation as well. It's really unsafe for anyone to step outside. There is the only heavy lifting that's going to be done by the Supreme Court. The heavy lifting is going to be done by the citizens. I don't think the people in power in position are going to do much about this.
No, they are doing so much, sir. They are doing so much. They are banning tandoors in restaurants. Come on, that's a huge move. That will completely resolve Delhi's pollution. Namit Saxena, that's the call of the day, right? End tandoor and wood-fired furnace that food is cooked in. So that will kill the pollution completely. We will all be breathing clean air in 24 hours now. It's the limit of, too little, too late also has certain limits. Look at the CAQM. Look at the way they are saying, please reverse your order of the 10 and 15-year-old vehicles. As if that will magically cure pollution. Why are diesel cars being registered in today? I still can't get it. There are so many things that can be done. Why are we dependent on diesel generator sets which are so polluting? Because no government can provide 24/7 power anywhere in NCR. This is the absolute basics and lack of governance that we are seeing unfold before us, Namit Saxena.
The first step, Madhavji, where we have all failed collectively is in the identification of the problem. For example, the data which you have shown. In 2020, also the AQI was 400 plus. And if you remember, 2020, there was because there was lockdown, the vehicular pollution would be very less. So the contribution of the vehicular pollution will be very less comparative to other, sources of pollution. Because of the lockdown in 2020. Even then it was 400 plus and it has maintained since 2017 to 2025, it has maintained itself to be 400 plus. The root cause is where we have all collectively failed. And I must say that judiciary also, we have a dedicated tribunal called NGT, which is a National Green Tribunal, which is dedicated to the environmental law. It has also failed. Where are these directions? Where are the implementations of the directions passed? All we get is CSNA, that is Charcha, Studies and Advisories. Now, these charchas, studies and advisories are not going to take anywhere. And now it has, as you rightly pointed out, it has come to that, they are closing tandoors as if tandoors are going to cause any effect or any impact on, curbing the pollution. We are all breathing the same air. It is, the ruling establishments collectively, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi. In fact, I don't even consider there is triple engine Sarkar. There is MCD, there is BJP in Delhi government, there is LG also, in Delhi, and then there is the central government. It is a double engine Sarkar. Even that has also failed us. The NGT has failed us. The Supreme Court has failed us. It is a collective failure which is happening. Now we need to really, buckle up the game. Otherwise, this will go on happening, and we have to really see as to what is the root cause of the problem. Unless there is, we know the root cause of the problem. Like Mr. Gupta pointed out that there is some movement in Indo-Gangetic. These things will keep on happening. We have to revise our policy.
Ashutosh,
do something more than just
Ashutosh Mishra, what needs to be done to fix the problem ASAP?
So you asked the question at the start, why this is happening, and it was answered by Rijiju in Parliament when Rahul Gandhi raised the question that there should be a debate. He said that the government wants to find a solution. Now this Modi government has been in power for 11 years. And what do we have? We have a Prime Minister who comes at the start of the winter session and says, Mausam ka maza leej. That is the level of people who are handling our problem. I mean, I'm not even talking about Rekha Gupta who says that AQI is temperature. These people, they don't understand the problem. In their homes, they sit with air purifiers, so Modi doesn't give a damn about what's happening. You know, he's the same person who told students, when old people say that it's colder this winter, it's not climate change, it's because they have grown old. So this is the intellectual level. There is a share in Hindi for this कि हर चाक पे उल्लू बैठे हैं, हाले गुलिस्ता क्या होगा?
Ashutosh, tell me, if there was a Congress government in Delhi, what would you have done differently? Tell me that. I've asked you for answers.
I would have said the same thing. If they had failed to address the problem, I would have said the same thing.
Arey, how will you address the problem? I'm asking you. You tell us the 5 steps that the government should take right now.
Could you repeat what you are saying?
Tell us 5 steps the government should take right now. If there was a Congress government, what would it do?
No, if you want me to be the expert, that is a very sorry state of affairs where you have people who...
Sir, the problem is you're a seasoned journalist. You live in Delhi. You know, I have discussed certain solutions right now. Tell us what can be done. But nevertheless, Gupta, I want you to respond to that. The BJP leaders are not serious. That's reflected in the statements of top leadership. And that is why you have such a state of affairs. Respond to Ashutosh.
You guys have been saying proof is in the pudding. 18,768 potholes have been repaired on which dust was massively accumulated. 2,650 roads have been paved. Okay. When it comes to 96% of the industries have been shifted to approved fuels. 7,000 tons extra, the legacy waste, the waste to energy has been added. We are doing scientific steps. Over here, nobody apart from Mr. Namit Saxena has given me any steps constructively instead of making inane statements about the opposition. I am telling you repeatedly because I don't know why for the first time I feel you don't want to listen to me, you only want to hear me. Concurrent steps between the UP, Rajasthan. No, please allow me to
tell me, shutting down Tandoor restaurant, how is that going to help the AQI? And is that the kind of solution we need? We don't need small, incremental steps. We need exponential change. And that change, unless it happens right away, unless some drastic action takes place, we are not going to end this problem of pollution. We can keep on discussing measures such as filling potholes. The point is, there is serious action required. And that's what the residents of Delhi and NCR really deserve. Neoma Gupta, Namit Saxena, Kanak Gupta, Ashutosh Mishra, and Siddharth Sharma, thanks so much for joining us this evening.